This is Kara, co-owner of PWA CT, and you're watching Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid.
Wowzers, look at who I got. This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very ultra, I gotta specify an emphasis, ultra special guest. It's Kara. Now, I don't ever call you by your last name. Is it Scarfo?
Scarfo, yeah.
It's Scarfo. All right, I got that right. I don't even know. You know,
it's actually not that hard.
Oh, well, Kincaid's not that bright, so I just took a shot in the dark.
All right.
This is gonna be the very first ever, I'm gonna call it the very first ever selfie Stirring the Pot, because we are at the old PWA, baby. We are at the old PWA. We're just gonna kind of roam around the parking lot a little bit, reminisce, and see where this takes us. But there's one specific reason why we are here, so we'll run into that in a little bit. But hey, let's get a little walk on. You know, the camera work might be a little wonky, but yeah. Hey, I know there's a little.
See up my nose a little.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Hey, that's all right. There is a little COVID, kin COVID going around right now.
Yeah, we're way too close to each other.
So to be honest with you, I wash my hands all the time, and you know, I wash my feet a lot with my hands. So I mean, I don't know if that makes a difference or nothing. I mean,
Perfect. That means you're immune.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. So again, kids, this camera is gonna be probably a little wonky because we're reminiscing. We're walking down memory lane over here. It's a beautiful day out. Half of the sky is blue, half of the sky is gray. It could downpour on us at any minute, but who cares?
We'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it. Kara, thank you so much for your time. This is just like simply amazing.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to do this.
Oh, well, this is the first time I've actually really hung out with Kara, and we've talked at a show or here or there. We always, cordially say, hey, what's going on? But this is special for me because I used to come to PWA with Jacob, little Jacob P. And wait, can we just, we're gonna pan right
back there.
Wait, let's can we go back? Where'd Kara go? There we get a little.
I'm in here.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're backing up. We are right here. Let's get Kara.
C6.
C6, right there is the old PWA. Man, and I joined a little bit late in your endeavors over here in Cheshire, and I still had plenty of amazing times. And I've got to say, you guys put on hell of a show over here every single Friday for a while. Yeah. But I was coming when it changed over to every other Friday.
Yep, our second year.
It's starting to sprinkle, but who gives a shit?
Maybe we should go where the nice sky is.
Yeah, the blue sky's over there.
Yeah, we'll get away from the blue sky.
So I do want to go down a little bit of memory lane. You are a half owner. Am I correct on saying that?
I am, yes. I'm the co-owner.
And the co-owner, the other co-owner would be who?
Joseph Von Schmidt.
Joseph Von Schmidt. We love Joseph Von Schmidt. That is a fave of Fods, indeed. Yes. And if it does start raining, I mean, I don't have the kin COVID. The kin COVID. I don't have the corona going on. If we have to shelter in my car for a little bit, would you mind doing that so we can continue our interview?
Totally fine.
That's awesome.
I think we're going to be good.
We should be okay. But hey, I got to have a backup plan. Yeah, so PWA, could you tell us when PWA started and where, please?
So PWA started in 2003. It didn't actually have a home. It was more just venue shows.
Okay.
So we did a lot of venue shows. We had some really good names back then too that were are more well known now probably. Like we had Homicide, we had the SAT, we had Red, we had Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, who was EC Negro was in that back then.
Yeah.
And we just had a lot of really good talent, kind of like we do now. We have a lot of the talent that's kind of getting pushed out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We always did in PWA. But we started in 2003, ran for a few years, we took a few years off, and then in 2010 we started the school back up the school period, we started in New Haven.
Let's hang a little bit. Look at that sunshine, yeah.
There we go.
All right.
So yeah, the school started in New Haven in 2010. We stayed there till beginning of 2015 it was. I think it was March 2015, and we moved here to Cheshire until almost the end of 2017.
Okay. And you were naming some of the stars that were coming in and out of PWA. And when I was here, we saw the likes of Sebastian Cage, Nutriasex, Mantequilla. The names were endless. Moonshine, Dicky, Dan the Man. I mean, you guys were on fire, and the families would come out. And the most unique and coolest thing about PWA wrestling, and I have to put this out there, is, and I loved it, and I would tell everybody about it specifically, and I have to look at you while I talk to you. So if I'm looking at you sideways, I don't care. I'm talking to Miss Kara right here. PWA was the most unique thing. You would take the heels and put them on one side. You would take the face and put them on another side. Yep. And you would give them random numbers. And was that a work, or did you guys just pull random numbers?
Legit. Yeah. Wow. Like I would sit there with Mikey Fabulous.
Okay.
We would draw numbers and we'd let them, let the guys go.
Now that was the coolest thing that made me want to come to PWA ever since the very first time I came.
And so the funny thing is, like, a little background to that story is that when we first moved here, we knew we wanted to do shows, and we were trying to figure out a way to do shows. And it was, we're kind of a smaller location. Well, we got this location, we could probably do shows every week. So then Von Schmidt came up with the idea for the Friday Night Fights, which we had done in New Haven, but it was just a regular little show.
Okay.
This place was too small to run there. So, but then he came up with this idea. He's like, I want to do this. I want to do random draw, and I want to do people on the ring. And I was like, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it.
So this came from the brain of Von Schmidt.
This is totally Von Schmidt.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't like it. And then finally I was just like, you know what? Let's do it. It was all of his idea. We put it together. We kind of like came together on stuff, and then it just went. I mean, almost 2.5 years we did it.
So once it started, though, how did you kind of warm up? Did you have to warm up to it, or right away you were like, this is cool?
It was. I think after like the first like 1 or 2 shows, I was just like, oh yeah, I like this.
You saw something in that uniqueness of what Von Schmidt brought to the table.
There was just a magic that we had, that like when we had the guys in here and like interacting with the fans, interacting with you guys out there, and then like I would be in the back just watching everything, and I could see everybody. I could see the wrestlers, I could see the fans. Like I just had so I could see like what was going good, what wasn't going good, and like from the get-go, it just clicked.
Now you talk about the fans being interactive with the wrestlers. Inside the building, it's a fairly small. It's a very intimate setting. There's maybe 30-40 chairs set up at one time.
The most we did was like 50 to 60 chairs, and that would have been like towards the end.
When it was really packed. And the kids that would come out, and the kids would always sit on the face side, obviously. And I don't even know how it started. Maybe because of my association with Fogman, or I knew, who he was and stuff. I would sit on the villain side, if you will.
You were always right next to Cage and Dan the Man.
Oh, God. And that's how I started coming. And I was with my dad. We were coming to every single one. I was buying a slew. You guys used to come up with the coolest little offers. Do you remember the ticket offers that you used to give the fans, if you could remember, please?
I remember there was always like a buy one, like buy 4. I think it was buy 3, get the 4th one free, or something like that.
Indeed. And what a bargain. You could bring your whole family, and you could buy like as many as you wanted. And I would buy like a couple months worth in advance.
I mean, that's like 4 shows right there that just for you to come to.
Yeah,
for
so
$15.
It was amazing shows for a very cheap price. And it was right here in a very, again, intimate setting. And you're seeing all of these crazy stars that are upcoming wrestlers, man. And the fans, the kids, I have to get back to the kids. The kids would scream at the top of their lungs.
They eat it up.
For the face and for the villains as well. And that must really make you guys so, like, just warm in your heart to be like, you know what? This is what wrestling is supposed to be like, right?
It's exactly. Like, we always wanted to do it as family friendly, and like, if that didn't prove that, that was family friendly, but it was also, we also had a little edge too. Like, like it was family friendly, but like, the obviously adults could have joined it too, so but it was like, I always say that I wanted to make all the wrestlers shine, like, and that's exactly what I think Friday Night Fights like accomplished. Was all those guys got to go out there. There was only 5 matches, maybe we did 6 one time, I don't know, but it was 5 matches, and they just got to do their thing and interact and have fun.
And what was fun is the way you would do the drawings is you would have your MC. Could you tell us who your MC was, please?
Mikey Fabulous.
Mikey Fabulous.
Very good friend of mine.
Man, did he love him some Dan the Man. Holy cow. He would come out. And if there was like a tad different stipulation throughout the night, we'll say a pairing, instead of a one-on-one, it became a triple threat. You would have like odd numbers and you would make it work if because wrestlers, they do happen to drop off. You can't make them all.
Yes.
And so when you have an odd number, you really, you guys really stepped up and made it work. There was a triple threat, or there was this, or there was that. And you would always, Mikey Fabulous, correct? Mikey Fabulous would always ask the fans, do you want to see a triple threat? And we would go off.
Yes.
We would lose our shit. And you guys would always give us the greatest shows for such an amazing price in a small, intimate setting with the greatest local wrestlers, which was very, very cool to find. It's almost like finding one of those hole-in-the-wall eateries, but it was wrestling.
Yes. We were like the Dive.
Yeah, man, it was really, really cool. Now, there's another cool aspect. Are you cool standing right here with the nice sunlight? Are we good?
I'm just a lot. I'm just short.
I know. Am I messing the camera work up? Am I showing too much of me and not enough of you? Because
totally
I can make sure.
No, you're
Here,
good.
let's get more camera.
No, let's not.
All right. I think another amazing thing is you would bring in some of the craziest wrestlers, not only talent-wise, but I mean, you have to say talent-wise because it takes gimmick, it takes wrestling, it takes everything as a package for wrestling. But you would bring in guys like, and I got to put it out there because he's come back out, is one Matthias Glass.
Yes, I saw he's been coming.
Oh my
again.
goodness.
Yes, he was one of my favorites.
And I'm going to get to what's coming in PWA in the future very soon. And I know we're rambling, but we are going down memory lane a little bit.
We cannot.
I mean,
we're here.
We're at the building itself. But there was like Matthias Glass, that amazing hat of his and the whole gimmick that he brought.
Was so good.
He would bring a bagel in his effing pocket, for crying out loud. I mean, come on. He would stop on a dime for a dime. I mean, who does that? But Matthias Glass, my nephew Jacob saw him and was just tickled pink with him. Oh my goodness. You brought in guys like Pancakes. Pancakes had a great debut here.
Yep.
I mean, the names are endless, and I can't thank you enough for the memories that you gave the fans. And again, Mr. Von Schmidt, thank you so much, because without you guys, we wouldn't have these memories in wrestling. You know, it's a word of mouth when you find these little small places. Hey, place out in Cheshire, you got to go check out. And I'm like, what the hell you mean, got to go place out in Cheshire? Yeah, it's this little small place, man. You go, it's awesome. You got to check it. I went and I never stopped going. It was simply amazing.
I remember when you couldn't come, you would like message us and apologize. Like, I'm so sorry, I can't make it today.
I know. And
like a few times. It was just very few times.
And that was another thing about you guys. We had this weird keyboard relationship with PWA and the fans. I don't know if it was everybody else, but I tell you, if I needed tickets, they were there. If I needed one more extra ticket, they were right there to respond.
That was me.
Oh, it was Kara all along. Oh my goodness. You guys were so amazing. You took care of the fans. And again, I can't thank you enough. I could thank you this whole interview for everything you've done for the fans back in the day.
I mean, you're welcome. But I mean, I honestly thank you, and for like enjoying it, for coming and like, being part of it. Because that's what it was. It was like everybody here got to be part of the show too, in a way, which was really nice. Well,
it was the intimate setting that helped us enjoy that, and that's why. And I'm not saying that I don't go to the big WWE product, because I sporadically do, but the intimate I'm cutting off here. The intimate settings is where it's at for me, man. I love it, and you really get to interact, like you say, with the girls and guys in the ring. And I mean, and let's speak of the girls, because I haven't spoken of any of the women that have come through PWA. Could you?
Had a lot.
Not a lot, but there have been. If I'm not mistaken, now correct me if I'm wrong, because I have so many names in my head. Was one Ariella Nix ever through PWA at all?
No, we never had her.
Okay.
Well, it would have been nice to, but we never did.
Do you have any females offhand that you remember that came through PWA?
Had Solo Darling was here. We did have her.
Nice.
But we didn't have many female matches on the show. That was the thing. Because in my head, like, it's like, then it's like, you're going to have that like awkward, maybe potential, like, mix up with the guy and the girl. So it never really worked out that we had a lot of females on the show. When we had Solo Darling, we had her in a tag match, which was actually, I think the match was announced.
Okay.
That's one of our only announced matches, I believe.
Now, nowadays, wrestling kind of evolves as time goes on. Sometimes it goes in like 5 to 10 year spurts. It's this or it's that, and these moves or this gimmick or that kind of mindset. Intergender wrestling is rampant right now.
Now it would be good to do that with Friday Night Fights.
Now that's something you would be interested, and that's what's going to lead us into why we are here with one Kara Scarfo, co-owner with one Joseph Von Schmidt, PWA Pro Wrestling Academy is returning.
We're coming back
to Connecticut, baby.
Great.
I cannot be more excited. Now, you guys are returning to Connecticut, but not only that, you already have a show that's set up, and could you tell the fans where it's set up? Set up. Ooh, I almost said bad words.
It is set up. It's going to happen in Fort Valley, Georgia.
But I can't go to Fort Valley, Georgia.
Okay, well that means you need to take a road trip.
Wow, a road trip to Fort Valley, Georgia. Wow.
Come on. You can get Fogman, you can get Laura, you can get people together. You guys can all go.
You know what? I might have to look into that.
Yes. See?
Oh God, now they looked up my nose. I'm gonna have to edit that. Oh my God, that's gonna be horrible for the. I am so sorry. So Georgia, how did this come about, please?
So Von Schmidt moved to Georgia. About a year, almost a year and a half before we actually closed, he moved to Georgia. So that's when I kind of took over running like the operations of the Friday Fights.
Could we walk? I'm old. My bones are creaking.
I know you're kind of like having to
that's okay. That's okay.
Because I'm so short.
That's all right. We're good. We're good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine. So he moved to Georgia. And then, once we closed, obviously I was still here. He's still there. And then when I got the itch again, I basically started saying, I want to do shows again. And we decided, and he was like, I want to do shows here. So then we were just like, all right, well, we could do shows both. We could do shows down there. And we decided that what we wanted to do was bring Friday Night Fights down to Georgia. So so we're not probably going to do Friday Night Fights up here right now.
Okay.
But we're going to do a Friday Night Fight show down in Georgia.
So your first show is going to be labeled as a Friday Night Fight?
It's going to be the exact same thing down in Georgia.
With the heels on one side and the oh my God.
See, road trip.
It's now, hypothetically, if I can't make it, and for the fans that can't make it, that are just seething to see PWA again, where can they watch? Or is there going to be a live streaming?
I believe we're going to try to live stream, and I mean, if not, we're going to definitely put it up on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. But we're going to try to live stream best as we can. Okay.
Because I mean, the fans would love to. I mean, nowadays. Live streaming's kind of some cool stuff, you know. As long as you get the good connection and the app isn't being a pain in the ass.
No, we have a really good venue. We're actually partnered up with Stranglehold Wrestling down there, and they have a really nice venue. So
very cool.
I think that they're all set up so that we could do that.
Could you did you say the date and I just didn't hear it?
I didn't. It's April 17th.
It's April 17th. Yes. I thought it went right by me and I didn't hear it because
obviously we're still planning on doing it. Who knows with this whole Corona thing going on, but as of right now, we're still planning on doing it. We're still keeping it on.
Let's take a turn around and get a little bit moving. Yeah, let's not go into back because, I'm not that big of a dude. I couldn't really, you'd probably kick more ass than I could anyways. So PWA is coming back, with kind of question mark because of whatever, the whole Corona thing going on.
That's Georgia. But we're also I'm going to run up here.
Now, do you know what's going on in Georgia with the Corona situation? Has there been the shutdown and all that? Have you been keeping tabs?
Yeah, not that I know of yet. I've been in contact with Von Schmidt a lot about it.
Right.
Not that I know of. I know that they're doing, the same thing, like stipulation. Like, I don't know if it's 25.
Oops.
That's okay. I don't know if it's like, you can't have groups of 25 or 10. I don't know what they're, I think the government's saying 10 now.
Okay.
But, so they canceled the Stranglehold show for this weekend because of that. But gives us a month. So we'll see what happens in a month. Those restrictions might be lifted then.
Yeah, you never, let's. Oh, that's going to be a good picture. Yeah. So, PWA, April 17th.
April 17th.
Okay.
Yep. Basically the same thing. 7:30. It's 8 p.m. bell time, and we're bringing. So what we're doing is we're incorporating some of our regular Friday Night Fights people from up here and bringing them down there, so they're going to get a good experience.
Now, please, I kind of happen to see some of the familiar faces from around here who are going to Georgia. Could you please enlighten us on kind of the names you have set up for this Inaugural? Can I call it an inaugural? What are we calling this? A return? A soft opening? A grand opening? What are we doing?
I'm just calling it the Georgia debut.
The Georgia debut?
That's what we're kind of calling it.
All right.
So
Could you give...
Connecticut will probably be our return.
Okay, I got that. Now, could you give the fans a little insight of who's going to be on the card at the Georgia debut?
So we wouldn't have a Friday Night Fights. I don't think we could have a good Friday Night Fights without our international champion, Sebastian Cage. I don't think we could.
I gotta drive just for him. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
We also have Montekia.
Yes!
He was one of our last tag team champions.
Yeah.
We have Hippie Dicky Moon.
Oh my God, I can't breathe. You're killing me. Go ahead, keep going.
We have Nutrius X.
Oh God. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Oh my goodness, you're killing me. In Georgia, all the way to Georgia?
All the way to Georgia.
Oh my goodness. Okay, keep going.
Who else do we have?
Now that's for some familiar names. Are there some names that we wouldn't know around here that you could tell us about?
There's actually some good names. And these are names that I just got familiar with from Von Schmidt introducing me to some of the names down there. Like there's a really good up and comer named Takuri.
Okay.
He's going to be on the show. Ben Buchanan, who's actually Bull Buchanan's son.
Oh, okay.
From WWE, and I believe he was the Alabama State wrestling champion too.
Wow.
So he's got a very good background to him.
Okay.
We have Skrilla, who's very good down there too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who else do we have. Oh, we have Brian Idol, who is actually with I can't think of it right now. I'll think of it.
The brain gets scrambled with all the names and stuff, right? It does.
Sure.
Well, it sounds like you have quite the debut in Georgia coming up then, you know? Now, could you tell the fans also, where can they find PW?
I can't. Also, too, we do have Von Schmidt. I can't leave him out of this thing. He's on the show, too.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that Von Schmidt is on the card?
Yes, he is.
What the whole... Fog, you're going to lose your shit.
I mean, that's 2 members of the Injustice League right there.
Right there. And we're talking about Sebastian and Von Schmidt.
Yep. Members, yep.
Wow.
And you do know that they always had a rivalry with Hippie Dicky Moon. So, that could get interesting, too. So.
The random numbers, you just never know.
Yep.
Fog, you are going to absolutely lose your crap. Yep. Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, road trip.
Could you tell the fans where to find PWA on said social media so we can figure out what's happening with the PWA?
Yeah, I mean, we have Facebook, which is basically just Pro Wrestling Academy. It's at PWACT. Same thing with our Instagram. It's PWACT.
Mm-hmm.
I think our Twitter is PWACT1. I honestly don't.
I believe you
as much as I should.
You're probably correct on that.
I call it the Twitter. I'm not a big fan of Twitter, so
I call Facebook face page because of Chris Cannon. So I mean, it is what it is. Now let's talk about Connecticut because, hey, it's Pro Wrestling Academy CT.
Right.
Now, what is popping for CT? Please, let's walk a little bit.
I am in the works with everything for CT right now. I actually, honestly, could tell you that I have my whole card booked in my head.
Okay.
Well, and written
really,
down.
you already have it set.
Yeah. What I want, I have written down.
Wait, can we take?
We're not down there.
No, not down there. Where's the? I'm looking for the card. That's all I was looking for. I swear.
It's in here.
I wasn't trying. Oh.
It's in here.
Oh.
It's right in there.
It's in. I wasn't trying nothing funny. I swear. Honey, I swear. God. Oh my God. I'm gonna get so much slack for that one.
But yes, I'm looking. I'm actually currently looking for a good venue, and then I'm gonna go for there. I know the areas that I want to be in, so I've gone to a few places. I'm kind of just going over my options and everything like that.
Okay.
And then once I decide, I'm gonna put out, and I'm looking probably to run in either late summer to early fall.
Now, late summer to early fall, so we could see PWA very much sooner than later.
Mm-hmm. You will.
Now, are you going to have a home, or are you going to be kind of traveling show to show from place to place? Or
we're going to just do venue shows for right now. We're not going to have a home yet.
I got you.
I would like to in the future get another place like this and be able to do, Friday stuff, and then maybe do outside venue stuff too, or just keep it all in the venue. Our little home again. But for right now, we're just going to be doing going to venues. Got you,
man. Now you have the whole card set up.
In my head, I do. Yes, I have the whole card. I've had some help putting it together. But everything is just, it's set for what I want.
Could you with 17 of the names that are on that card? Just 17 would be fine. Oh my God! You guys are gonna go. Oh my God! She just rattled off like 23 guys. Oh my God, they just looked up my nose again. Oh my God.
I am that quick.
I am so going to have to edit. Oh my God, I am so gross. Why would I do that? It's still beautiful. The sprinkles came and went. We didn't even have to hunker down.
We were tough. We got
we got through the 23 seconds of sprinkles. So you a lot of the familiar names that we know from PWA back then will be returning to said PWA.
Yes and no.
With new names. Now, have you been keeping your eye on the pulse around here? Because there's a lot of different names popping around nowadays. Now, if you could please enlighten me, because I'm curious from fan to promoter.
Sure.
If you're seeing some of the talent of nowadays that are in our local scene, could you give me off of the top of your head, and 5 is probably too many. So if you had to pick maybe 3 right now, and it's not putting anybody out, it's just random. This is not who's better than who. I'm just asking right now off the top of your head, who would you like to see in PWA that's not been in PWA?
Who would I like to see?
Because there is quite a bit of new talent out there.
So I mean, obviously I haven't been running for 2.5 years, but I've been around. And when I wasn't around, I was definitely paying very much attention.
Okay.
That's why I think people should always be careful what they do and what they post, because there's always people watching.
Well, that's right.
But
Fog always says you never know who's watching.
That's right.
That's right.
I've been impressed with Flash Waller.
Flash Waller.
I have been impressed with.
Oh, I am so horrible with this camera today.
It's just the height difference.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Nuka.
Oh my
with him.
Cannon fears. Whoa! Oh shit! I shouldn't probably say that. Cannon kind of killed Nuka last time, but Nuka's a good one. Go ahead.
And I absolutely love one of your favorites, the Firm. Because and I do have to say that I can kind of I'm very partial to Sammy and Eli because they did start off here at PWA, but I know as much as you dislike them.
Left a cocky taste in my mouth.
That's exactly what they're meant to do.
Oh God! Yeah, you do know what they do. Why would you want them back at the where the Tui? The Firm.
All 4 of them. I think all 4 of them are great.
Wow. You know what? I kind of interviewed Mr. Six yesterday, just last night. And, with our interviews, I like to peel back the entertainment value. And I asked the guys and girls to give a little roller coaster ride for the fans, a little gimmick, a little shoot, a little gimmick, a little shoot, and we have some fun with that. And I got to say, oh, we're about to die. We're about to die. All right, so where the hell were we? Oh, the Firm. The Firm. Elijah Six. Yes. Oh my God, I almost died. Yeah, the roller coaster. And I
think that was from Mr. Six.
It probably was. He probably sent the hit out right there. He knew what the hell was going on. The Firm. I've interviewed Elijah Six last night, and I gotta say that kid is on fire. I love everything about him. His attitude when he comes out that curtain, like I told him yesterday, you tell us you want us to hate you, and we do, and you hate us right back. And it's that whole attitude throughout the Firm, if you will. Let's get away from that truck. That truck is making us... There, nice blue sky. There we go. That's much... Whoa! God, I am so horrible with this stinking camera. I suck. The Firm is on fire. Yes. Anywhere they go, too, they go to PAPW, they go to Battlefront, they go to, Bell Time Club, they go to TOS, they go, wherever they go, they draw.
They have that great...
The heat.
You love them, but you hate them. They capture that perfectly.
They absolutely do.
You love to hate them, however you do that.
Hey, so. I just hate to hate them. I mean, come on. So what else do you have in mind for PWA? Is there going to be something that we haven't seen yet out of PWA?
I'll give you a little teaser. How about that?
Yeah. We love teasers.
You do know, or you might be familiar with the fact that every year we always had our Tough 8.
Okay.
So I do plan on bringing the Tough 8 back.
That's excellent.
But I also do plan on bringing another tournament too.
Another tournament? Could you tell us the name of it?
Nope. I will not tell you the name of it.
If it's a 3-word thing, could you tell us the first name?
No.
Yeah, son of a biscuit. I thought I was close. I really thought.
Let's just say that we've always wanted to bring in new and younger talent, and I'm thinking that this is going to probably help with that too.
I like the way that sounds.
So.
I like the way that sounds. It would be geared, could we say? Kind of toward. Oh man, that question mark on your face is killing me. That doesn't give me an answer. Is that the PWA behind us? I can't tell where we are right now.
No, we're one over.
We're one over,
yeah,
over
one
there.
over.
Oh, we're in the wrong place. You know,
we could just scoot over.
Yeah.
How we have to like shimmy over.
Yeah, we are car free. We are car free. This has been fantastic. I mean, do you have anything else that you would like to give to the fans? Any information that we've missed? Something that I haven't asked you? How excited right now is I always want to say Cara because of the way your name is spelled. I am so sorry.
Totally
I always want to say Cara. Let's kind of come over here. I think this would be pretty cool. C6?
C6.
Is that where we are? C6.
Remember the entranceway with our...
I do.
We built this.
We're going to go over here.
Yeah, we built this.
I don't think you could see it because of the reflection.
Obviously, we didn't build the wall, but we put the banister.
We would go down
right
a little hallway, turn right around the corner, and right in the room was a rain.
There we were. Yeah.
It was beautiful. We had such a great time.
I think like an opportunity for like something like this for me is good because I was always behind the scenes and a lot of people didn't get to know me as well.
Okay.
So now I'm trying to get out there more and trying to talk more and stuff like that. So
Nice.
It's like I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity.
Oh,
so.
please. Whenever I heard the returning of PWA and I started seeing you at shows, I go, if I don't ask Cara to do an interview, I'm going to kick myself in the ass. So your time today is very precious for me because this wrestling scene without PWA has been something missing. And I'm not saying that the others don't provide great shows and great talent, but we just love PWA, and it brings me to that uniqueness of the heel on one side, the face on one side, the random numbers, the question mark, like we were talking, when somebody drops out and you give us a triple threat or some kind of little thing.
Did you ever, interrupt you one second?
Please,
Did you
please
ever
do.
Did you ever notice too, like a few times where we had like wrestlers being referees?
I have noticed.
That was on the fly because we didn't have a referee.
Things happen in wrestling.
So we would ask them to do it, and it worked out perfectly. They all did great with it.
Well,
we did. So.
There's always a little fine print on the bottom. Card subject to change. Yes. And that's in every single promotion, no matter what you're doing, really.
It was such a great thing that we had going here. You know, it was a shame that we had to stop. I mean, every good thing comes to an end. But
it does.
Good things can come back.
They can.
Just be better. So.
And I cannot wait till late summer / early fall.
Yes, I'm hoping I can announce the date sometime soon.
With what's going on, because we might be coming to a lockdown very soon here.
I think we probably are.
Today is probably the day they announced it, if I'm not mistaken.
All businesses, yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate you coming out and possibly getting the King COVID. King COVID.
Yeah, if I get it, I'm blaming you. And I'm sending like all of the firm to get you.
Well,
I know a few people.
I'd actually rather you send me the medical bills instead of the firm, to be honest with you.
Nope, not how it works.
Well, that's going to suck real bad if I give her the King COVID.
Yep.
This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very ever selfie stirring the pot, might I add. Cara, please. Oh, well, we can't touch.
No,
we can't.
No.
I mean, not that
we can like wave at each other.
Well,
maybe.
not
or,
that.
Like, standing right next to
well,
each other.
not that I haven't hugged you a couple times on camera, so they're all going to say I gave you the freaking King COVID, anyways. This was an absolute pleasure.
This was great. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time
of course,
and dealing with my ridiculousness. And